In this video, we will walk through a complete demonstration of CBR generation for Consumption Managed Service project. Before we begin, please ensure that the project is in approved status and has an active resource allocation, as these are the prerequisites for generating a CBR. Since the process of project creation and RNG has been already covered in the respective videos, now we will proceed directly with the CBR generation. So let us log in as a project manager. This is the home screen for the project manager. Expand the left navigation, expand this projects, click on my projects. Here we can see the project that we have created. So click on the project ID. As we here we can see the project status is set to in progress and project approved status is set to the project approved. So let us go to this project commercial tab. To generate a CBR, please ensure the following conditions are met. So the billing type is set to managed services, sub-billing type is set to consumption managed services. Go to the PRJ SOW tab. Here we can see the PRJ SOW is already been added to the project. So click on this PRJ SOW ID to see the details. For this consumption managed service billing type, and the a new section is added in the PRJ SOW PO, as we can see here. That is capping details. Expand to see the details. Consumption managed services, there are 4 capping types. In this video, we will demonstrate the scenario of PO level capping with the minimum monthly and quarterly hours. Here we can see the consumption managed services selected as PO level capping with minimum monthly quarterly hours, and we need to select the billing frequency from the drop down. That is, I have selected as monthly. We have another option that is quarterly. For this monthly and quarterly, the user must provide the billing due date. Based on the selection of billing frequency, this field will be populated, and the user must give the hourly bill rate. Based on this hourly bill rate and the allocated amount, this total capped man hours and man days will be auto populated. For this minimum capped man hours and man days, if the user entered the man days, the corresponded man hours will be auto calculated and vice versa. If if this is having the premium rate, toggle on to yes and give the premium rates. Premium rate is applied. Any hours exceeding the minimum billable capped hours will be charged at this premium rate. So also for this project, the resource should be allocated. So let us go to this allocation workflow tab. Here we can see the resource got allocated. So once all these conditions are met, we can generate the CBR. So go to the CBR tab, click on generate CBR to generate the CBR. Here in the CBR filter, the user need to give the CBR date range. So select the start date from the calendar. I'm selecting as March 1st. Based on the selection of start date, the end date is automatically populated. Based on the selection of billing frequency, uh, if the user selects the monthly, then the start date and end date must cover 1 month. If user selects billing frequency as quarterly, the start date and end date must cover 3 months. If both the frequencies, for the both the frequency, the start date of the next CBR must be the immediately following the end date of the previous CBR that we have generated. So select the PRJSOW ID from the drop down. If the user want to see the resource who got allocated for this date range and also the PRJ SOW ID, they can click on this resource allocation hyperlink. Here we can see the resource who got allocated for this date range and PRJ SOW. So if the user want to download this details to the Excel, they can click on this download. So let us go back and click on proceed to generate a CBR. So click on proceed. Here we can see the CBR filters that we have given while generating the CBR. So let us go to this invoicing horizontal tab. Here select this task type category as billing work and fill this time card for this user. As here we can see the project hours are 8. So let us fill this time card to 8. If user fills this time card to 9, here we can see the red line is highlighting. That means that the project hires is 8, but we have given us 9. So let us give as 8 and click on save. To this summary tab, based on the details that we have given in the invoicing horizontal view, the values will be auto populated. So go to this invoicing vertical view. Based on the details that we have given in this invoicing horizontal view, those time cards will be displayed in the vertical view in this invoicing vertical view tab. Go to this non-billable time card. Here we can see the resource who got allocated for this date range and PRJ SOW. If that user is having non-billable task and fills their timesheet, here we can see those non-billable time cards. Go to this overview tab. Here we can see the CBR details. The CBR ID will be auto-populated and it will be unique for each and every CBR. And if this PRJ SOW ID is having funded by, here the funded by will be populated. Here we can see the project details. This will be auto populated based on the details that we have given while generating the project. So let us attach the attachment. The user can attach one or more attachment, and if they want to delete, they can just delete, click on delete button to delete. Here we can see the CBR finance details. The total PRJ SOW amount is 1000, remaining is also 1000. The selected PRJ SOW amount, while we are adding PRJ SOW to this project, the allocated amount that we have given is 1000. And for this PRJ SOW PO that we have selected, we did not raise a single CBR. That's why the remaining is amount is 1000. This current CBR billing amount and invoicing amount will be automatically populated based on the details that we have provided in the invoicing horizontal tab. And if the user want to give a discounted amount, they can give, and for the discounted amount we cannot raise the CBR, and the attachment is mandatory. And if the user want to give the CBR adjustment, they can give the amount and the attachment is mandatory. And here we can see the project manager comments has been added. If the user want to give any comments, they can just give and click on submit. So now let us click on save to see the status of the CBR. So click on save. Here we can see the CBR saved successfully and the status got changed to the C or draft. So let us submit the CBR. So click on the CBR ID to submit the CBR. Here we can see the new button is enabled, that is discard. If the CBR is in draft, the user can discard the CBR. So now let us click on submit to submit the CBR. Here we can see the CBR submitted successfully and the status got changed to pending for invoicing manager approval. So let us click on the CBR ID and see whether we can recall the CBR or not. Here we can see on the click of recall, we can just recall the CBR back and edit the details and send back for the approval. This recall button will be enabled when the status is set to the pending for invoicing manager approval. So let us log in as the invoice manager to approve the CBR. This is the home page for this invoice manager. Expand the left navigation, click on actions, click on CBR approvals. This is the CBR that we have generated and submitted for the approval. So click on the CBR ID. Here we can see the CBR filter that we have given while generating the CBR. And here we can see the CBR details, project details, and CBR finance details. Even the invoice manager can edit the CBR. These edits will be reflected to the project manager as well. If this invoice manager want to attach the one more attachment, they can attach and delete the previous attachment if they want. And if this invoice manager want to add any discounted amount and CBR adjustment amount, they can just give and click on save. And the invoice manager can edit this invoicing horizontal tab as well. And If the invoice manager want to download the CVR details, they can click on this download button to download. And if the user want to view the full projects, they can click on this view full projects to view the project details. And if the user want to send back the CVR back to the project manager, they can click on the send back button. For now, let us click on approve to approve the CVR. So click on approve button, give the comments and click on approve. Here we can see the CBR approved successfully. So let us go to the project manager and see whether the status got changed or not. Go to the CBR tab. This is the CBR that we have sent for this approval. Here we can see the CBR status got changed to ready for invoicing instruction. That's it for this video. Thank you.